Good day, my name is Donq, and today I will be talking about mooting. Essentially, what is mooting, the different skills needed for mooting, and I'll also be talking about my experience in mooting later on, because recently I just joined the NAMCO mooting competition in UITM. We got into the semi-finals and we won best written submission. So I'll be talking about my first experience as a mooter. Alright, so first things first, what is mooting? Mooting is essentially an extracurricular activity in which a lot of law schools participate in. It's simulated court proceedings. This modern activity, it differs from a mock trial because as a moot court usually refers to a simulated appellate court or an arbitral case, while a mock trial usually refers to a simulated jury trial or a bench trial. Moot courts does not involve actual testimonies by witnesses or any presentations of evidence, but it focuses solely on the application of the law and the common sets of assumptions to which the competition must be introduced, and also the facts of the case presented to the mooters. Okay, so mooting might seem very similar to public speaking or debating to a layman, but to a law student, and in actual fact, mooting is actually very different from public speaking and debate, as mooters are essentially having a conversation with the preceding judge rather than addressing an audience. So whereas a debate, opponents actually direct their arguments towards each other in a less formal manner without placing so much emphasis on citing authorities as mooting. Debate essentially is more persuasive, it's a lot more persuasive based, and that being said, experience in public speaking and debating will actually help convey your message clearer and will help your confidence, which is a necessary skill which I'll be talking about later. So, moving on to our next question, what are the necessary skills for mooting? Firstly, I would like to talk about organizing skills. Organizing skills is very important because you have to structure your points in a way that it's easy to follow. So this will help get your message out clearer to your learned friends as well as the judge, and you will be seen more persuasive in your argument. Make sure that every document is organized, and make sure you don't leave anything out from the book. Okay, this will make you feel more confident, make you feel more prepared. When I was mooting, it was an issue with us that we had lots of papers on the tables, and we felt very flustered as we couldn't find the actual facts. We had to rummage through a lot of papers, and that actually cost us a bit, and the judges actually pointed out to us after the moot, say that you have to stay organized and make sure everything is filed properly. So that's essentially one of the first lesson that I learned in my first mooting experience. Okay, so yeah, moving on to the second point, confidence. Confidence is key. Confidence is key in mooting. Like I said before, public speaking and debate might not be a prerequisite, but it will sure help to send the message across more persuasively. Being confident means that you can deliver your points precisely, deliver it less hesitantly, and this will make you look more credible, look more prepared, and look more persuasive. So, like I said earlier, having experience in public speaking in any public forums, you actually gather the confidence to be able to talk in front of an audience, and this will help with mooting, as you won't feel as flustered when the judges pose you with a question that you're like, hey, I don't know how to answer this question, but if you're confident, you can stay calm and you'll definitely get through it. So, thirdly, thorough research. Thorough research skill is definitely not something that you gain overnight, but as you experience further, as you move further as a law student and as a mooter, you will learn how to cover every area of the law that you're researching on. You'll know where to look, you know which journals to look, LexisNexis, Westlaw, it's all up there. So the main important thing in a moot is know the facts of the case properly, know the facts that you are posed with. Okay? This shows preparation and show that you know the points of the law well, so that you can answer any questions from any direction. Be ready for any questions posed by the judges, and be ready to back up these points of law with authority. One very important thing about authority is don't just cite cases in your written submission. Don't just give the important ratio decidendi of the case within the written submission. That's one thing that I learned in my moot, as the judges actually asked me for the facts of the case. And more than one occasion, I was actually stunned. I was like, oh no, I don't know the facts of the case. So because of that, I realized that it's very important for a mooter to have the facts of the authorities that they have, so that they can link those facts back to the facts of the case that they are arguing. So essentially, just thorough research from every perspective, everywhere, alright? So next thing I would like to talk about would be teamwork. Teamwork, within a moot, usually it would encompass the two counsels, the lead counsel and then the co-counsel. So it's important that you as teammates know each other's parts very well. Know it as well as you know your own, because this would be useful as you might need to reiterate some points or clear some doubts or any overlapping areas between your teammates. The judges will test you, some judges will test you by posing questions, asking you, why are you saying this while your other co-counsel is saying that? But if you know your teammates well, and if you know their part well, and if you guys have teamwork, that shouldn't be a problem, and you guys should probably be able to get through that easily. So yeah, that's essentially about teamwork. And finally, a skill that a lot of mooters have to develop is be spontaneous. Because being spontaneous here, what I mean is that be able to think on your feet. Because staying composed and listening to the judge's question properly is very important as a mooter. As a mooter, you have to be a very good listener. So take time to think about the question that the judges have posed, and take a second to calm yourself, think about it properly, and give the appropriate answer. Also, depending on whether you're the respondent, if you're the respondent, you might have to come up with a rebuttal for the plaintiff's rebuttal on the spot. So in order to do this, you have to be extremely spontaneous, you have to be well-versed in the facts of the case and the points of law to be able to come up with a rebuttal on the spot. And so this would make your written submission seem more convincing to the judge, and it will look good on your part, right? So moving on, I'd just like to talk about some do's and don'ts on mooting. Some do's and don'ts on mooting. Okay. First thing is, I know as a first-time mooter, a lot of mooters tend to want to impress the judge and want to come off aggressively, come off very strongly. That's good, but you have to find a balance, you see. So don't shout, don't yell, speak in a strong voice that can be heard by your learned fans, by the judges, but don't mumble, skip sections or fade away from any questions, right? So that's important. Make your statements simple, don't convolute matters, explain your arguments clearly and simply and straightforwardly. Don't have to put in some fancy terms like I will be giving my submission like an onion, peeling it layer by layer, things like that. Not much of an analogy, because mooting is essentially about facts and it's about strong arguments. So the next thing is use your gestures naturally. Don't force things. Don't be over the top with things. Just be natural in your mood, and yeah, listen to what your mind is trying to tell you, and just stay calm, right? So that's some do's and don'ts about mooting. So before I end this video, I would like to talk about some of my experience being a first-time mooter in the Donq mooting. It was a fun experience. It was something new, and I was very happy that our team, the Taylor's team, got to the semi-finals in our first ever moot. We got to the semi-finals. We beat UITM once. We beat UKM, all these units. So it's something to be proud of. And I feel what I've taken from that is I've learned to be more detailed and orientated. Doing research was definitely really hard. It was a pain, it was annoying, but I had to do it. I sat down, I did it, and we got best written submission. So that's one thing which I'm very proud of. And I feel this experience has helped me grow as a law student because it helped me understood the proceedings within a court. Even though that was just an arbitration moot, but I felt like I was a step ahead because in my first year itself, I have experienced this kind of thing, and it's something that I really enjoyed, and I hope I can go on to do it in UK. So yeah, anyways, thank you for listening, you guys. So this is my speech on mooting. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope I didn't put you guys to sleep. Yeah, alright. Thank you.